He's been proclaimed the most lethal sniper in US military history, and now Chris Kyle's story has had the Hollywood treatment. American Sniper, directed by Clint Eastwood, is the story of the US Navy SEAL's 4 tours of Iraq and his more than 200 so-called kills. It is the latest Hollywood immortalization of what many regard as an American war hero. But is heroic the right term to use about those fighting the war on terror? Porrick O'Brien reports now from Washington.
Hold on, I got a woman and a kid 200 yards out, moving towards the convoy.
Despite what your mama told you, violence does solve problems.
Yeah, she's got a grenade, she's got an RKG Russian grenade, she's saying to the kid.
Chris Kyle's motto in the SEALs.
They fry you if you're
Despite
wrong.
what Clint Eastwood tells you, Kyle wasn't one for moral quandaries.
Would you be surprised if I told you that the Navy has credited you with over 160 kills?
His wife, Taya, is played by Sienna Miller.
You're my husband. You're the father of my children.
2 mothers, an absent soldier husband, 4 tours.
I have a daughter as well, a 2.5-year-old, and I think, you know, when the kids first walked or said their first word, all of these things which really shape your life and huge moments for a mother and a father, but he missed them. But I think Taya, you know, knew the man she married, and he had this overwhelming sense of duty.
But hard not to get angry with that at the same time.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and that was something that was very hard to reconcile. Like Sienna said, when you look back on your life and you want to be able to say, do you remember when he would do that thing? And then to not have that experience.
You think this war isn't changing you? You're
The
wrong.
film is at its best when it explores how families fight wars, but it is also a cinematic monument to the all-American war hero.
I'm ready to come home, baby.
There is something uniquely American about...
It's a story, it's a very American story. Chris is a very American man. It's a study of a man who achieved, for better or worse, enormous things and saved many, many lives.
There is a sort of uniquely American
It's an
type
American
of hero
story.
worship almost that goes with...
Oh, trust me, it's not worship.
Is it not?
Absolutely not. No, in fact, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but I know that can be the case. We can think that it's overly glamorizing or it's something. I think the reason that it's been so well received is that Chris's flaws are on the table.
Before the Navy, Kyle was a Texan ranch hand. In his own words, God, country, family. And not many of the above understood war in the Middle East.
For the most part, the public are very soft. You live in a dream world. You have no idea what goes on the other side of the world, that the harsh realities that these people are doing to themselves and then to our guys.
When he died 2 years ago, they lined the streets in Texas for the cortege.
He stands alongside America's finest special operations forces.
His memorial service in the Dallas Cowboy Stadium felt like a state funeral.
But I am now, and always will be, the wife of a man who is a warrior both on and off the battlefield.
There's no film about John Shannon's experience of the war in Afghanistan. His sister, though, wrote a novel based on it. She's got into hot water after asking people to stop calling veterans heroes.
If you call soldiers heroes, it limits what they can talk about. It limits what they can do, because a hero is seen as someone stoic and selfless and someone who is always doing what is right for other people. And so if you have someone who they're home and they're feeling vulnerable and they're having issues, but they're called over and over again a hero, it's going to really make it hard for them to come forward and to do anything about it.
Do you ever think that you might have done some things over there that you wish you hadn't?
Oh, that's not me, no.
The new film touches on how America supports its veterans, something Chris Kyle felt very strongly about, right to the end. He'd befriended a Marine Corps veteran with post-traumatic stress. They went to a shooting range together. Kyle was shot and killed by the veteran he was trying to help.